I don't know where I expected to be 3 months after graduation, but sitting here writing in my newly furnished office, jobless, and in the midst of a pandemic, didn't cross my mind at any time. I was so focused on my thesis at the end of senior year that the idea of a hiring freeze didn't even cross my mind. However, I was cognizant of the Anthony Ellis Fellowship. In mid-February, I received an email from Professor Jared Green with the subject line English Major Opportunity 2020 Ellis Postgraduate Fellowship. The fellowship would be given to one graduating senior who proposed a postgraduate English project, such as writing a book, poems, or other creative works. Anthony Ellis was an English major at Stonehill and graduated in 1989. He went on to earn a master's in English from the University of Richmond and a PhD in English from Loyola University. Dr. Ellis returned to Stonehill in 2001 to teach a 2-semester survey course before going on to the University of California, Santa Barbara, and eventually to Western Michigan University, where he remained until his passing in 2014. He was an associate professor of English at Western Michigan University when he died of leukemia at only 46 years old. In memory of Dr. Ellis, the Anthony Ellis Postgraduate Fellowship aims to help graduating English majors get their passion projects off and running with the help of money raised for the fellowship and the aid of professors in the creation process and publishing. I've always been interested in writing children's books, and I knew an opportunity like this wouldn't come around again. Going as far back as I can remember, I've always had interest in storytelling, whether it be in print, audio, or video form. My first love was drawing, which I started doing from a very early age, and then began writing, entering the Reading Rainbow Young Writers and Illustrators contest first when I was 7 years old, and winning honorable mention. I entered the contest 2 more years, winning second place in second grade and first place in third grade. My third grade book was called Pillows and Blankets, and told a story about dealing with my older brother's death after battling with a rare illness. Thinking about what I might do for the Anthony Ellis Fellowship, I realized that there aren't many children's books that depict grieving for a loved one from the perspective of a child. That led me to the idea that with a few changes made to the writing in the book, I could publish it as part of the fellowship and help children who are grieving. As I felt that wouldn't be enough, I also came up with the idea of writing another children's book around my dog, Angus, a Schnauzer Poodle mix. Me and my family got him from an animal shelter before I went to college. When we first got him, he was quiet and timid, but slowly came out of his shell. Although he can be playful with us, he always gets anxious with company over, and sometimes at inanimate objects like boxes and dandelions, sometimes leading to anxiety attacks where he starts shaking and rubbing up against us. His behavior sometimes reminds me of myself, as I've been battling with anxiety disorder for most of my life. I wrote a poem about it in one of my writing classes, and thinking about children's books, I thought a book about him might help children with anxiety disorders like myself. I proposed these 2 ideas to the Anthony Ellis Fellowship Committee, and they liked my ideas enough to accept it and gave me funding towards it, which I put towards an iPad Pro that I'd use for illustrating. Now with my acceptance, I was ready to go into production.